What's up, guys? It's me, Doc, from SampleKings.com. I want to thank a lot of you people for actually watching our videos and helping us to grow the channel. But currently, we are realizing that we need to have more members, as YouTube tells us. In order to do this, I want to implore you to take the time to hit the subscribe button. So please, subscribe. It does help. So it's a really nice device. I like it a lot. It's easy to use. I come in sampling, pretty much sample. Got samples here. When you first open, you got these samples that come with it. And so here, of course, I got a sample. That's a drum little roll there. I can change the start point or the end point, of course, so I can click on here. And once I do that, I can change my start point. You can see there. We'll get to the end right here. I just get that piece. Change my end point here, of course. Move my end all the way over to here to get the end point in. Pretty simple to do. I can also tune my sample here. You've got tuning, we got in semitones, so I'll click right here. And I'm in semitones, I got fine tune, and I got warp too as well, as typically with an MPC. And I have filter also. I go to filter here. I have filter, I have a cutoff, resonance, and I have classic. Where I can also here in classic, I can go to like just no sort of filter. Classic, I got a low pass filter 2, a low pass filter 4, a high pass filter 2, high pass filter 4, and we got a bypass filter 2 and 4 as well. So we can do the typical filtering with an MPC. Now also, this is a sample, right? So I'm in sampling mode here. I can also do a chop. I come to doing chop, and now it's just doing a chop based on the transients. And so each pad has a chop to it for each transient that's going on there. It's pretty simple stuff. And then I got the next chop here, which is based on region, 4 chopped up, equidistant regions. And the next one, I'm going to go to the next one here, is this is 8 regions. So they're not based on trans, they're just based on some idea of chopping this thing up, right? And you can see they're like in between. This is on the trans, this is on, it's a little off. So it's like, and the last one is, but a little bit in front of it here. And the rest of them are just pieces of the next one. Right, so that's 8 pieces. And I go to here, and I can get 16 regions. And so all these pads represent a region right there. And of course, right here, I can go into manual mode and start making my own regions. It's pretty simple to do. I will do an overall video next, which you're working on right now. I just want to tell you how it feels, how to deal with it. These pads are really good too. Excellent pads, love that. I got a chop now. Pretty cool. Now to get the levels. Now this is the audio level output right here. This gives us our entire audio level for the entire machine. So I'm just pulling it back from the machine using this speaker right here, which is kind of cool. I don't want to go on a red pretty much never. So I'm just doing it for the purpose of this video. I can bring this all the way down. I'm not going to do that though. I can touch to here and I got a fader right here. Once I touch that pad, I get the fader. This thing comes down here, a little white line. I want to get the level I wanted to have that. So now I pull it loud, I'm not going to have that in the red. You see? Now I'll pick each instrument. Okay, I want to keep that there. That's good. That's loud. So I come to here, and I'm hitting my fader. So I get to the level. I want to make sure I have the right gain going on with each sound. So each sound isn't too loud. I can hear that pretty low. That doesn't be loud. That can be loud down too. Now sometimes I gotta actually bring this sound first and do it a couple times to hit it right. Might be a little too loud for me. So I'll bring it down. Cool. Oop, that's too loud for me too. I don't like that's too loud. And now I play the beat back. I mean, beat goes too loud. Trying to which one of those basses make it loud. I'm gonna bring that one down a little bit, but you get the idea. See, sometimes you gotta really pull it to bring it down. See, if I bring it all the way down still, you see it still goes in the red. That means something I'm doing is putting in the red. So we want to keep that. We want to do gain reduction, bring everything down and get it perfect. You got to practice that with the device, obviously. But we can do this with the device. The difference between using a fader for pads and the overall output volume. So we do chop, we got that, we got sequences here, we got sequence right here. Now there are sequences for each pad. That's in pad bank H. And there are 8 sequences here. If I go to pad bank A and I hit the first one here, that's A1. And they have 8 different patterns here. I have to change my levels, of course, to get them where I wanted to be at, but the obvious is that we have another pattern. I can go to here and go to B, type the pattern here. I go to C, now I go to C. I want to go to, let's say, D. So there are sequences, 8 of them, in each one of these banks. You can play with those sounds, whatever you want to do that. And of course, the shift button here allows us to do things like, I can press shift here, I go to sample, I can configure my sampling. Here it says microphone, I can push the data wheel in, that says mic, I can do the rear back, which would be left and right, I can do rear left or rear right. I just resample something I have here automatically in my system. So I can do USB sample as well too, putting my cable in, USB right. So this is kind of cool. I have everything here configured for my source of my audio input. And then below that, turn this off first. I can move my data wheel. I have the monitor, threshold level, the recording length. It could be free length to as much time as I want to use, or I can go to here and make it go just for the sequence length. Then I'll stop. And down here we have the record input effects. I can apply effects. If I don't, I can turn it off. If I want to apply effects, you see the effects appear right down here. Frequency and the resonance. I want to apply effects to my sample. I'll turn sample off, or the configuration off. See that? I go back to this is just sample. And this is just sequence. And I can do step edit. I go here, shift. And now I'm in step edit. I can pick which steps I want to put my sequence parts in, like the drum, bass, and whatever. And I'll see I can sequence my parts right here too as well. So everything is pretty much in here. Now, what I think about it, that's a pretty cool device. It's cheap enough. Like the SP404 sells about $4.99. This is $3.99. And so it's in that same range, that device, and the smaller traveling sample devices. Or I will just call them what they really are, just recording machines, really. And it's easy to use. I can mute stuff, mute tracks. I may have sounds here. I come in, mute something. I mute that sound, go back to here. That sound's dead now. I go to here, mute sounds. I want to mute that one, and that one's muted out. I want to unmute it. I just go back to here and say, I'll press shift and just press unmute here. And they're all unmuted pretty much. So I go back and I go to mute. I can on or off the mute I'll put on that particular sound. Pretty simple to do. And then I have loop here, of course. I have 16 levels, like a typical MPC would have. And so I would just leave mute. I go to 16 levels. Before I do, I want to pick a sound. So there's the bass sound. That's the bass sound naturally at that one pad there, which is pad number, and that's 12. So I come to here, and now pad 12 here, the 4th pad. Same as typical MPC. What did I pick, right? You got to go to here to type. I'll press shift. And what's my type here? Oh, let's go to tuning. We're going to use tuning this time. How about velocity? Right? Turn off 16 levels. Pretty typical MPC stuff. Okay, sample select. Well, we can select samples. We got banks of samples. These are internal banks. I can select sounds. I can go to here, 808, bass, breaks, claps. A bunch of stuff is in here, which is kind of cool. I can select any one of these folders here and find stuff I want to use. I got vocals. Go to vocals here. Ooh, vocals right there.
Oh, yep. Hey, yeah. No.
That's a popular sample. And I can turn the preview off and just like scroll through these things, not hear it. And if I want to hear it, I just go play. You know, I just hit it. So, it's pretty simple stuff to do. And so as I do this, it's easy to do that. To go back to preview it, I can preview it that way. This is pretty easy, straight on how you can use this thing is really cool. I can also save a sample. I want to save a sample. I got no sample to save really, so I got to actually look at my hard drive and save it, but I'm not doing that. So let's go out. I'll do that in my full lesson plan, but I want to get you used to what's going on. If you do want to buy this machine, I kind of recommend it. It's kind of fun to play with, a nice little toy to play with. I got a microphone here too as well. And we got plus and minus, I got anything else here, plus and minus parameters here if I want to. I'm in the loop. You see it here, go here in the loop. And then I go back down here like that. And we got record. I can record into it, record and play, so I can record. Start recording the track. Cool. So I can play it back. And there it is. That noise comes back in there. I don't like it. I'm just going to press undo, and it's gone. I can do redo too as well. So typical undo, redo. Erase, of course, here. I got a drum sound. 16th notes. I may go to, let's say, I'll hold this down, go to 8th notes. Typical, right? So it's easy to deal with this, and how you get around. It's pretty simple to deal with that. 30-second notes, all easy to use. It's a very simple machine. We're going to teach you a lot more when we actually make a real video about it. Now I'm going to talk about the construction. The construction is pretty tight. This is a pretty nice screen here. The speaker's pretty good to get you an idea what you're doing. I would say probably if you get a chance, of course, use a nice good headset and get a really clean headset to use. And that's always good. But also you can plug it in from the back as well. And you may want to get into the back of this thing and actually plug it in and use it that way, which is much, much easier. And these knobs are cool. The pads are perfect. Function up. Hitting these things super hard, I definitely even hurts it. Because the construction here is very tight. I mean, everything here is really good. The knobs are tight. Let me try to pull a knob off. I always have to do that. Will the knob come off? That's my thing. If the knob can come off, that's tight, man. I like that. The knobs are tight. So I'm going to test the knobs. I can pull them off. This one should come off, actually. And it doesn't. Oh, wow. Great construction there. I'll pull this knob off here, too. I'm trying to pull knobs, everything. I'm pushing buttons in. I did everything that a maniac might do. I'm trying to pull this up here, too. That's not bad. So I got the device. As you can see, it goes on brighter and lower here. As you can see, this line here goes up and down, too, at the same point. This is a well-constructed device. It's damn good. And of course, I got my card in here on the side. See the card disconnected? Is my card here. And that's a micro SD card I got there. I put it in right because I don't want to mess it up. Well, I'll just put it in quick because I want to work quickly here. There we go. Got it. I put it back in. It says connected. Okay, would I recommend this machine? I would recommend this probably over the SP404, but then again, I think maybe this is just an MPC, that's an SP. You got to get used to it. The reason why I do like this, I think making the sequence and timing is really good, but I need to prove that. So what I'm going to do is make a video of this machine, and then I'm going to make a video of using the SP404 along with this machine, or maybe just compete together with it. But this is a really cool device. And for $399 worldwide, you can't go wrong, and it's sold out. Which means if you get it and don't like it, you can sell it again and probably not lose any money on it. You might sell it for $400. And the way it's sold out, some might even give you $450. They have it right now. I just don't know, but I do like it, and it's pretty cool. It's a well-constructed device. It seems that here in 2026, Akai, and also the end of 25 when it came out, the MPC Live 3, Akai is showing us that they can improve it and make it sound better. And with the idea of using Suno and getting credits, this pays off more, I think, than anything else to get your tracks going on before you want to go AI and get something to help, or even to make your tracks and play with friends. This is a great device for that purpose. I'll be making that new video. Any questions, put down below, suggestions, so I make the video I can put the stuff that you also want to see. That's why we're making this preview video of this well-constructed MPC sample. Akai MPC sample. I'll see you in the next video.